Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about some huge news for Microsoft stock. So we've actually had a lot of news going around the stock recently about an upcoming potential acquisition. Some of you probably already know about this, but as many of you know already, Microsoft is one of the largest holdings in my portfolio, and it takes up, if we check out the percentage, it takes up about 37.42% of my portfolio. I currently have $40,000 worth of Microsoft stock with an initial investment of $33,420.72. So this is definitely a significant holding within my portfolio. And with this potential acquisition coming up, we'll go ahead and check that out in just a few seconds in an article. But I'm actually really interested in this potential acquisition under certain conditions. But let's go ahead and start out this video. I'll open up the article and just show you all what this is all about. But as always, if you do appreciate the news videos, the stocks videos, and me just sharing my thoughts and opinions on news, then please make sure to smash that like button. It really does help me out, and it also helps with the YouTube algorithm. So let's go ahead and check out this news article by CNBC. As you can see right here, this article by CNBC and authors Julia Boorstin and Jordan Nove, it states, Microsoft is in talks to buy social app TikTok. And if we get farther into the key points right here, it states TikTok would complement Microsoft's existing social media asset, LinkedIn, and it says President Donald Trump on Friday indicated that the U.S. could ban TikTok. So that's something that we're going to be talking about as well as we get farther into this article. But right here it states Microsoft has held talks to buy the TikTok video sharing platform mobile app from Chinese owner ByteDance. One person close to the situation said. This person characterized the talks as having been underway for some time rather than being brand new. It then mentions that a TikTok acquisition could make Microsoft a major provider of business software more concentrated on consumer technology, which Microsoft has moved away from somewhat in the recent years by exiting the smartphone hardware, fitness software, and ebook markets. Microsoft bought LinkedIn for $27 billion in 2016, and in 2014, the company paid $2.5 billion to purchase game developer Mojang, whose Minecraft title is popular among users who also make up TikTok's core audience in the US. So before we even go on farther into this article, in just terms of what an asset TikTok could be to Microsoft, honestly, I like what Microsoft is trying to do right now by trying to acquire companies that have a younger audience. And I think that's a huge issue with Microsoft right now. It's one of the negative things that I can say about the company and the stock is that it's kind of bland right now. They don't have a lot of acquisitions that are focused on the younger audience like you have with TikTok and other social media sites. So I think that definitely could be an asset for Microsoft. So on a positive note, at least what this tells me is that Microsoft is trying to hone in on a younger audience as well, because as we know, with tech being the future, you also have to attract that younger audience of the new generation, you know, the Zoomers like myself. I think I'm considered a Zoomer since I'm 22 years old, so it's not just like really young people, it includes people like myself as well with this new generation. So I think that's crucial. That's something that Microsoft really needs to do in the future, is to expand their audience onto the younger people as well, because I have to admit, with Microsoft right now, it seems that their products and their marketing and things like that is more extended towards the older audience rather than people like me, the younger individuals. So I really do appreciate the fact that Microsoft is looking to market towards their younger audience. And honestly, TikTok could be a nice potential revenue source if they were able to monetize that in new different ways. So this would be a really big asset to Microsoft. But as with the other issue mentioned, there is the security issue. And I'm going to give my thoughts on that in just a second, but let's go ahead and proceed with the rest of this article. It states, Chinese company ByteDance launched TikTok in 2017. The app has grown more popular during the Rona, with 2 billion downloads in April, according to Sensor Tower, and the competitors include Facebook and Snap. And I'll mention myself, Facebook and Snapchat are very different. TikTok has kind of carved out what Vine used to be, but has done it much better in my opinion. There's actually a lot more entertaining content on TikTok, and it's not just humor, there's other content as well. And it says right here, ByteDance investors seeking to take over TikTok have valued it at $50 billion, Reuters reported earlier this week. And the rise of TikTok in the U.S. has prompted the Trump administration to scrutinize the app. Earlier this week, Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin said it was being reviewed by his department's Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States. And then it mentions a statement by Trump where he says, "We're looking at TikTok. We may be be banning TikTok. We may be doing some other things. There's a couple of options, but a lot of things are happening. We'll see what happens. And then he states, we are looking at a lot of alternatives with respect to TikTok. And then it states that Microsoft declined to give any of their input on this situation. And then there was also the statement officially by TikTok stating, while we do not comment on rumors or speculation, we are confident in the long-term success of TikTok. So with that article, we had the discussion of the potential acquisition of TikTok by Microsoft. And then since that article was released, it was announced by President Trump that TikTok could be banned as early as today, which is Saturday. So far, we haven't seen anything about that just yet. I did notice that TikTok US on Twitter posted a video talking about how they're investing $1 billion into creators and that they're also looking forward to the future. So far, it seems like TikTok is fairly confident that they will still be able to have TikTok in the United States. And then also, as you can see with this tweet right here, this was just posted 2 hours ago with an article stating Microsoft has paused negotiations to buy the U.S. operations of TikTok after President Trump said he opposes the deal, say people familiar with the matter. So from a time frame of just a few days, it seems like Microsoft was really interested in acquiring TikTok, and then Trump mentioned that he wanted to ban TikTok in the United States. So now it is rumored that Microsoft has pulled back on the deal a little bit until there's more clarity. So with my opinion on this whole situation, if there wasn't the huge security issue of the TikTok app basically being spyware by the Chinese government, then I think this would be an awesome asset to Microsoft. So if there was some way to avoid this security issue, then this would be huge for Microsoft. If they were able to acquire TikTok without that potential security issue, then this would totally skyrocket the stock in my opinion, because like I mentioned earlier, this would be a big benefit to Microsoft. It really does need some marketing towards a younger audience right now, and I think that would be a perfect way to do it because TikTok is extremely popular among people around my age, 22 and younger especially. And in terms of just how I feel about TikTok, I think it's an awesome app aside from that issue of them gathering data from people in the United States. So I think TikTok is just as a platform, a social media platform, it's a lot more positive than you see the people on Twitter. People on Twitter are always arguing and complaining, and that negativity gets a little bit old. But TikTok is just pure humor, a lot of fun stuff, a lot of cool videos, and you can really get into like your type of niche type hobbies on TikTok. For example, if you have a specific hobby that you like, if you start watching videos around that hobby, the algorithm is really good at training itself to give you more videos that you're likely to be interested in. So it's kind of similar to YouTube as well, where it has that algorithm that recommends you things based off of your hobbies and videos that you watch. So there's a lot of really fun content on TikTok, and I think it would be a great asset for Microsoft in the future because I think TikTok is kind of comparable to Instagram in terms of just really solid content, whereas TikTok is a little bit focused on like anonymous people with their own communities rather than like with Instagram how you follow a bunch of people that you know in real life, where I feel like TikTok is a little bit different where you're just making videos and hoping that a bunch of random people join your community. So this does leave me with some mixed feelings because I completely understand wanting to ban TikTok. It makes sense. The Chinese government is not trustworthy. There's a reason that they've banned other companies and products from the Chinese government, such as Huawei, how they're banning Huawei in the UK. I believe that India has also banned TikTok recently, and a lot of people went on over to Triller, which is another music app. So I believe that TikTok has been banned in India, and that's definitely a big deal as well. The world is kind of getting on board with not trusting some of these things coming from the Chinese government, and that is completely understandable. We have seen what they've done in the past with trying to gather data from people and just doing really sneaky things. So I think security should be a major concern when it comes to apps like that. That's one of the main reasons the people at Apple review every single app, to make sure that they're not trying to sneak features through the gate that would be otherwise not allowed by Apple. So I do have some conflicting feelings around this topic because I know that it would benefit Microsoft as a company greatly. I see TikTok being a huge asset if it does continue to be available to the people in the United States. But then again, there is some genuine concern about what the Chinese government is doing with that app. And then I'm also a person that is against censorship, so that kind of goes across a gray area or a blurred line. Then again, banning TikTok is for the safety of the American people. So it's like one of those very conflicting things for me because I know it would be a huge asset to Microsoft. It's exactly what Microsoft needs right now. That's always been one of the downsides with owning Microsoft because I know that their marketing isn't that great. A lot of their marketing and advertisements is a little bit bland, and as a younger person, it's just not as attractive to me. Really, the only thing they have going for them in terms of younger people is like with the Xbox and a few of their other products that attract like a younger audience like myself. So I see this having great potential to be a really solid asset for Microsoft and help them gain that younger audience that they need right now. But like I said earlier, there's some issues around on TikTok. I mean, I even personally deleted my app just a few weeks ago. I could sit on TikTok for hours and watch videos because there's just so much entertaining content on there. Yeah, there's some cringy stuff there as well, but you actually find a lot of funny stuff too, and just really cool videos. So even I deleted the TikTok app a few weeks ago. As much as I love TikTok, I just deleted it because I thought, you know what, it's not worth it for me. And for another thing, TikTok kind of makes me less productive anyways. So there are definitely some security concerns with that app. But then again, like I said, there's some benefits to Microsoft as well if they were to somehow be able to solve those security concerns. So if some sort of solution can be developed, it seems like Microsoft does realize the potential issue here. That's kind of why they withdrew on that deal, because for one thing, they know it will make them look bad as a company if they acquire another company that has some negative associations for it. So, like I said, interesting news regardless. I'm definitely excited to see what happens with this app in the future and if Microsoft actually does acquire it sometime in the future. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to smash that like button. And also, feel free to sign up with my referral link to Robinhood and Webull in the description if you'd like to begin investing. And if you sign up with those links, then you'll get some free stocks. And especially with Webull right now, you can get up to 60 free stocks depending on how much money you deposit. So I hope you all enjoy this video, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week.